My dear Jace, here you are early again. The habit of someone addicted to schedules?
Not quite. I just arrive on time. You, on the other hand, arrive in style, appearing like a perfectly calculated illusion.
Calculations keep life from getting dull. You look a little worn out? Up late again, tinkering with those gadgets?
Not those gadgets. A whole workbench full of equipment screaming for maintenance. I fixed everything and forgot sleep existed.
Keep that up, and one day even your desk lamp will stage a revolution against you.
I swear, the moment it learns to talk back, I'll upgrade it to personal assistant. Same coffee for you, right?
Yes, a lightly sweetened latte like the way I treat life itself.
You treat life with little sweetness. I seem to remember someone once making an entire city sweet. Right to the edge of chaos.
Oh, that was a different kind of sweet. The kind that makes people drop their guard.
And I happen to like it. Tell me honestly, what does one of your days even look like? Or do too many illusions make you lose track of time?
A day of mine, half the morning spent centering my breath, the other half pretending I'm just an ordinary person. And you? 90% work, 10% coffee?
80% work, 10% coffee, and the last 10% fighting the temptation to abandon everything and sleep for 12 hours straight.
You sleeping 12 hours? That'll happen when the stars fall. Your brain runs on pure caffeine. Shut it down for one morning and you'd freeze solid.
Yeah, fair. At least I have one steady habit. You're a little more free, aren't you?
Free is a pretty word. Truth is, I'm just flexible. Mornings reading, afternoons hiding from the sun indoors, evenings leisurely watching the world spin. Right now, for instance, watching you try to make your ordinary day sound ordinary.
Because it is ordinary. I wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, check projects, meetings. Then, I remember, not everyone wants to hear about Hextech energy all day.
But I love hearing you talk. It's far more interesting than most. Others brag about lunch. You tell me how one rogue screw nearly blew up the entire lab.
That was the screw's fault, not mine.
Of course. The poor screw rebelled because it felt undervalued.
So, do you have any daily habits that actually stay the same? Like, wake up, brush teeth, look in the mirror, and decide today's role. Mysterious stranger, charming sweetheart, or dangerous enigma.
Wrong. I don't play roles. I choose moods. If people mistake that for acting, that's their problem.
So, what mood did you pick today?
The mood of sitting across from a genius while pretending I'm not impressed.
Oh? So you are impressed?
Jace, if I weren't, I wouldn't show up every weekend. Or at the very least, I'd make you wait much longer.
Asterisk, blushing slightly times. All right. No need to tease me like that.
I'm only telling the truth. Speaking of which, have you noticed something?
What?
Ever since we sat down, you've been staring at my coffee. What's so fascinating?
I just noticed. It's like you. Simple on the surface, but beneath it, impossible to read.
And yours? Pitch black, intense, a direct challenge to the nervous system.
Very likely. I drink it to survive the week.
Honestly, I love hearing about your daily life. It reminds me that beneath all the brilliance, you're still human. Do you ever wonder what I do all week?
Every single day. But I figure, If I ask, you'll just say, I was busy doing things you can't see.
Exactly. And it's not because I'm hiding secrets. It's because most of it isn't worth telling. Sometimes I just sit and listen to the wind at the window. Sometimes I brew tea, read, or watch the tiny dramas between people. You think I'm always dangerous, don't you?
No, I think you're lonelier than you let on.
Jace, that was uncomfortably accurate.
Sorry.
Don't be. You're a little deeper than usual today. Sleep deprivation?
Probably both.
In short, my daily life is slow living. Yours is an endless sprint.
And on weekends, our two rhythms collide right here.
Exactly. Like an experiment you can't write a formula for, and I can't conjure with illusions.
All right, how was your week? Planning to dodge the question with everything was normal again.
And you? Asking because you want a story or because you're interrogating me?
I just want to understand you better. Also, my week was brutal. Hearing about yours might help me unwind.
Good, because this week I actually have things to tell. Though tell isn't quite right, paint might be closer.
I'm listening. Just don't turn the entire cafe into a theater.
If I did, you do realize I'd cast you as the lead, right?
Fine. Go ahead before I change my mind.
All right. This week I spent most of my time watching.
Watching who?
Not who, everyone. You know how fast the world moves. When people walk, talk, act, they leave fascinating traces. I spent my days reading the ripples in the city. Groups discussing work, loners reading newspapers, anxious souls worrying about tomorrow, and a few who were thinking about someone they didn't dare speak to.
So was this a work week or a psychologist week?
Psychology is just one of life's many illusions. My real job is maintaining balance.
Balance?
Yes, you balance energy with science. I balance emotions between people. Where something is fraying, I go see. Where something is about to explode, I soften the edges.
I thought you liked chaos.
I like controlled chaos. Just enough to keep the world interesting, not so much that people burn each other down.
Ah, got it.
Your turn, let me guess. 3 meetings, 2 arguments with colleagues, 1 near explosion, and definitely 1 all-nighter.
Wrong.
Oh?
4 meetings, 5 arguments, 2 devices trying to self-destruct, and yes, 1 all-nighter.
Sounds like you're raising electric monsters.
Sometimes they really do feel alive. This week they were misbehaving like crazy. I had to check every component, every fault, every connection. One time a wire was off by a single millimeter and the whole lab lit up like a fireworks festival.
What did you do?
Froze for 3 seconds, then sprinted to kill the power. My assistants were screaming, and get this, filming it.
The moment a genius is betrayed by his own technology. Delicious.
Not delicious. Exhausting. But the second, everything hummed perfectly again. That feeling erases the fatigue.
You fix machines, I fix people, you repair what's visible, I repair what people refuse to admit is broken.
That sounds heavy.
Not at all. I enjoy it. You, meanwhile, always dive headfirst into grand projects. Ever consider something smaller?
Smaller projects make me itch. I need one big goal every week. And no matter how insane it gets, I still show up here on weekends. I'm sure you know why.
Because the coffee is good?
That's part of it, but not the main reason.
Then I'm relieved. Because part of my job is keeping an eye on you.
Keeping an eye? You're joking, right?
Half joking, half serious. You're the kind of man who, under a little stress, could light up the whole city like a celebration. Someone has to watch.
So, my name is actually in your work reports?
No, I keep those notes to myself.
Do you ever feel pressure from your work?
Pressure? Never. I'm used to seeing people's shadows, negotiating with them, then letting them solve it themselves. The more I understand humanity, the calmer I become.
Completely opposite from me. The more I understand technology, the more stressed I get.
Because you want to control everything. I don't. I only guide.
Sounds like you live outside all the rules.
I don't live outside them. I just refuse to be chained by rules that were never mine.
Then, why care about my work at all? Don't we belong to two different worlds?
Different worlds don't mean we can't meet. You see the world through logic. I see it through instinct. When those two cross, it gets interesting.
Interesting or dangerous?
Both. But I choose to believe you won't let it go too far.
Thank you for trusting me like that.
I don't trust you. I trust the feeling I get sitting next to you.
Either way, weekends like this make me feel so much better.
Good, me too. No matter how insane the week is, one cafe and one person worth talking to is enough.
You say that, and I want this afternoon to last forever.
I bet you still want more small talk, don't you?
It's the weekend. Got any fun little stories? And remember, small talk means light, no hidden meanings like you usually do.
Oh, you want simple? Let me think. Yesterday, I met an old man who keeps cats.
Sounds harmless enough.
Harmless until I discovered he doesn't have one cat, he has 11, and all 11 march behind him in a perfect little parade line.
11 cats walking in formation. That's rarer than me running a successful test without sparks flying.
I know, he said. The cats sense his emotions and follow willingly. It made me happy someone living in perfect, quiet harmony with feeling.
Cute. Ever thought about getting a cat yourself?
Are you subtly suggesting something?
No, just asking. Or half asking, half testing the waters.
If I got a cat, it would probably follow me instead of you. Could you handle that?
Fine by me, as long as you don't follow the cat and leave me behind.
The other day I was sitting in the square when a little girl came up and asked, "Miss, are you a fairy?"
I'm guessing your answer caused a small riot?
I asked her, "If I were a fairy, what would you wish for?" She said, "I want my mom to smile more."
Wow.
Yeah. On a weekend, you hear something like that, and the whole world goes quiet for a few seconds. So vast, yet sometimes all anyone wants is one more smile.
Hearing that makes my work feel enormous. Others just want something tiny.
It's fine. Everyone improves the world in their own way. You with machines, me with words.
And with eyes that throw people into chaos.
Side effect.
This week, I had a hilarious disaster. My assistant Kent mixed the wrong solution and invented a glue so strong it glued his own hand to the desk.
And then?
I had to shut everything down and peel him free layer by layer while he panicked, apologized, and asked if anyone got it on video for his greatest life moment.
People really are fascinating. They turn mistakes into memories.
Yeah, at least it keeps the lab from feeling like a graveyard. Otherwise, I'd age 10 years.
No chance. If you aged, technology would abandon you.
So I have to stay young to keep up with you.
Who knows?
We've been chatting lightly this whole time, but I get the feeling you're avoiding something.
So perceptive.
I just know that when you smile too much, you're hiding something.
Fine. This week I was a little tired. Not from work, from thinking too much.
About what?
About the people I met, the things I saw, and a few questions I still don't have answers for.
Can I help?
Yes, just stay right here. That's enough.
If sitting here is all it takes, I'll stay until you kick me out.
Kicking you out is hard. You cling like those unsaved blueprints on your computer.
Then try deleting me.
I don't want to.
You know, I love afternoons like this. Not because of the coffee or the weekend break, because I get to hear you tell stories in your own unforgettable way.
My stories aren't anything special.
They are. They make me feel closer to you.
Jace.
I mean it. And I want to know, how do you see me?
You? A man who tries to control everything with reason, yet can't hide a single emotion. You're strong not because of your technology, but because you always try to do what's right, even when no one asked you to.
And what do you think about us sitting here every weekend?
I think it's not coincidence. It's choice.
I think so too.
Truth is, I love these afternoons because I can just be myself. No illusions, no manipulation, no masks.
So, in front of me, you don't need to create any duplicates?
No, because if I did, you'd see through it instantly.
Because your illusion skills aren't good enough?
No, because you watch me far too closely.
Guilty.
Jace, I have a question. If one day your work forced you to leave the city, would you still keep this weekend ritual?
I'd find a way to fly back. Even if it's red-eye. Even if only for an hour here with you.
That answer is dangerous.
Dangerous?
Because it makes me want to believe you.
Then believe me.
All right, but only a little.
A little is enough to keep me happy all week.
This weekend was interesting.
Next week will be too. As long as you're sitting across from me like this.
Then, keep the date. I don't like people who break promises.
I'll be here. No matter how crazy it gets.
Good. See you next week, same table, same coffee, and still me.